Have you ever noticed how ghost hunters and debunkers live in completely different worlds? Not just in what they believe, but in how they see, interpret, and even share the evidence. Step into the paranormal community long enough and you'll notice something strange. Not in the haunted houses or the flickering lights, but in the conversations themselves. It's something psychological, something social, something called the echo chamber. Tonight, we're not just hunting ghosts, we're hunting the truth of how we talk about ghosts. So sit down, grab a snack. This is something serious, something that I've noticed kind of since December. You remember there was a big shift in how I make content. I stopped doing reaction content to these ghost hunters, these YouTube ghost hunters. I stopped doing debunks on them. I just moved away from them entirely. And my explanation was at how they made me feel, right? I didn't feel good about what I was doing. It made me feel rather negative, made me feel rather angry about things, and I didn't like that, so I stopped. And this is kind of a delve into that, along with other things that I've seen just in general since then. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me go down below what you think of this video, and we're going to get into this, so buckle up. Now, I want to preface this by saying that I'm not calling anybody out. There's nothing, nobody's done anything wrong, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. Don't get your panties in a bunch. You know, I'm not here to anger anybody. I'm not here to piss anybody off. This is just my opinion. I'm just sharing thoughts at this point. All this stemmed from a conversation I had with somebody the other day. It was Thursday, or I think it was Thursday. I thought about it all day Friday, and I wrote this script yesterday. So before we step into the dark halls of haunted prisons or abandoned asylums, let's understand the concept. An echo chamber is simple. It's when you surround yourself with voices that repeat what you already believe. You stop hearing the other side, and in the paranormal world, the echo chambers can be louder than a disembodied scream in the night. Ghost hunters, those who are already deeply invested in finding the proof of the afterlife, tend to share experiences, evidence, and theories with each other. But here's the catch. When everyone in your circle already believes, every creak, shadow, and muffled voice becomes unquestionable confirmation of the paranormal. Meanwhile, the debunkers live in their own echo chamber. They share stories of hoaxes, misidentifications, and faulty equipment. They too repeat the same ideas until it feels like every ghost story can be explained away. And if you're firmly inside one of these chambers, the other side sounds like nonsense. Let's put this into context. Imagine an investigation in a supposedly haunted hospital. The team sets up an EMF detector, spirit box, and cameras. Suddenly, one device lights up in response to a question. The believers in the group are quick to declare, "We made contact." Within their echo chamber, this is absolute proof, an experience that will be retold again and again, reinforcing beliefs. Or in the faker sphere, they'll scream "demon," and everyone in their echo chamber will automatically believe it. There are echo chambers within echo chambers here, so that's rather in Inception. You remember that Christopher Nolan movie Inception? Echo chambers within echo chambers. It's like the dream within the dream, right? We're not going to get into all that. I will handle the faker stuff in a different video, but just an example. But then comes the debunker. They'll point out that the EMF meters can be triggered by exposed wiring, or that the spirit box is just swooping through radio stations at a rapid speed. A stray syllable here, a fragment there, and your brain fills in the rest. Within their echo chamber, this is just faulty equipment and nothing more. And the more they repeat that, the more it becomes the only possible explanation. What's fascinating is how rarely these groups actually hear each other out. Ghost hunters will dismiss skeptics as closed-minded. Skeptics will dismiss believers as gullible. And both sides walk away more convinced than ever that they're right. So why does this happen? It all comes down to psychology. Humans crave certainty. If you've lost a loved one, the idea of spirits lingering nearby brings comfort. If you've seen something you can't explain, believing in ghosts gives it meaning. But on the other hand, some people are deeply uncomfortable with the unknown, so they reach out for rational explanations as a shield. The echo chamber is a tool that protects both beliefs. It keeps out the noise to doubt the uncomfortable questions. Ghost hunters tell and retell each other's stories until they harden into proof. Debunkers share new revelations of fraud until belief in ghosts feels absurd, and the cycle continues. Take the famous Fox sisters in the 1800s. Their table rapping and spirit knocks launched the spiritualist movement. Believers filled theaters to witness it. Within their echo chamber, every knock was the voice of the dead, but when skeptics showed that the rappings were created by cracking toe joints, that the hammer toe technique, their echo chamber spread just as fast, dismissing not only the sisters, but the entire idea of communication with the dead. Sounds a lot like something we witnessed here recently, doesn't it? Or look at the Enfield poltergeist in the 1970s. Believers, like the investigators who recorded strange voices and levitations, told the story in one chamber. Skeptics highlighted children faking phenomena, created their own, and here's the truth. Most people only ever heard one side, whichever echo chamber they were closest to. Today, the echo chamber is louder than ever, thanks to the internet. Ghost hunter forums, YouTube channels, TikTok accounts, they all share evidence that circulates endlessly. On the flip side, debunking communities on Reddit and YouTube and skeptic podcasts do the same. Algorithms feed us what we already want to see, trapping us in a tighter and tighter circle of belief or disbelief. What's missing is honest dialogue, the willingness to admit, I don't know. That's the phrase both chambers fear, but it's the most honest answer in the paranormal. Now, here's where I stand. I've had paranormal experiences, I've felt the chill, I've seen the unexplainable, but even with that, I look for explanations first. I want to know if it's wiring, if it's the wind, or if it's my brain playing tricks. I don't reject the paranormal, but I don't accept it blindly either. I live in between the echo chamber, a believer, but also in the debunking community. Because if there's truly something on the other side, it deserves more than blind belief. It deserves real investigation, the kind that doesn't shy away from doubt. In the end, the mystery of the echo chamber is this. It's not about ghosts at all. It's about us, our fears, our hopes, our desire for answers. Even if they're comforting lies, ghost hunters and debunkers are both chasing the same thing. Truth. They're just listening to different echoes bouncing off the chamber walls. So next time you watch a ghost hunt or a skeptic's takedown, ask yourself, whose echo chamber are you standing in? Are you hearing voices of the dead or just the sound of your own beliefs bouncing back at you? Because the real haunted house might not be the darkened hallways of an asylum. It might be in our minds. So for those curious, I had experiences when I was a kid. This is the whole thing that started my thought process on this video the other day. I had a discussion with somebody and we were sharing, experiences that we had when we were younger. And I got to mine and I said, I'm not even 100% sure that I actually experienced that. It could have just been a dream. Now, let me say that my experience was this. I was a preteen and teenager. We lived in the house where the man that built the house had died. He fell down the basement steps and died. And, or at least that's what I was led to believe. I've never checked into that because that was always just something that in my head was just that, when I was a preteen and teenager, I would often wake up and I would see him in the doorway to my room, or I would feel the bed sort of depressed when I was laying on it at night sometimes. And, that could be easily explainable as just a dream, right? But at the same time, am I dreaming about being in my room, in my bed, and then all of a sudden the bed depresses as part of the dream? There's a lot of stuff that goes into that there. That's got to line up just perfect. I've got a dream about my bedroom first and foremost, right? So I don't know. I can't really explain that. I've always tried to explain it away as a dream. And the question was put to me the other day. Why can't it just be? Why do you have to explain it? Why can't you just accept it as an experience? And to be honest with you, that's an incredibly valid question. And it really got my mind turning now. And this is kind of where I've landed after hours and hours and hours of thought on this thing. So I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not saying that, I'm not rage baiting or anything like that. I'm just saying that maybe we need to have more open dialogue about these sort of things. Maybe we don't have to draw a line in the sand. Why can't we just, say, I don't know when it comes to some of this stuff. Right. So I don't know. I'm not going to keep going on and on and on about it. But I just kind of wanted to make this video and get this idea out there that, why can't we just say, I don't know more? Anyways, guys, if you want to support the channel, there's a merch bar down below. If you want to support the channel more directly, you can always hit the PayPal link. It'll be in the video. It's in my bio. You can always just buy me an energy drink through there. It's always appreciated. But yeah, I'm going to go and edit this video down now and write some more scripts. So I will see you guys next time. Peace out.
I hear the same lines in a crowded room. The walls repeat, they twist the air. 1,000 voices hum the tune, but I can't find the meaning there. The echo bends, the echo snares. Break the chamber, step outside, find the world that's undefined, where silence speaks and thoughts collide. Break the chamber, leave behind the loop that traps the open mind. I trace the cracks in the mirrored glass, each face a shadow, all the same. No path to follow, no way to pass through endless whispers lost in frame. A quiet voice calls out my name. Break the chamber, step outside, find the world that's undefined, where silence speaks and thoughts collide. Break the chamber, leave behind the loop that traps the open mind. Let the air breathe in your lungs. Feel the weight of what's unsaid. Step beyond the songs they've sung, where no one's thoughts are spoon-fed. Break the chamber.